Hello YouTube, Wes here checking in with a brand new episode of The Vinyl Survivor. Hope you're all doing well, having a great day, great night whenever it is you're watching this. I'm doing pretty well. As usual, 10 albums up on the chopping block, pulled from my inbox to let you know what I thought of each one after giving them a serious, deep listen and a cleaning. Let you know what I thought of them, whether I'm going to be keeping them in my permanent collection or whether they just weren't for me for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and get into this. We're on episode number 170. So here we go. First album up is from 1975. This is Al Stewart with Modern Times. This is his 6th album. This album features some very lushly written pop rock kind of songs. Really just enjoyable mid-70s rock here. Really nicely done, nicely performed. It does feature Alan Parsons production. So well recorded, well produced, just really enjoyable through and through. I definitely do enjoy Al Stewart. This is a unipack, so it is a gatefold, but record comes from the inside, as some people dislike. I think it's kind of neat myself that it saves on paper and helps protect the album better. And this one is on the Janus label. Don't often see that label. But yeah, just some well-written, well-performed, well-recorded 70s pop rock kind of stuff, and I definitely dig this one. So this one is staying in my collection. Definitely gets a thumbs up from me. All right, the next one is from 1976 here, and that is the Roaring Silence from Manfred Mann. Yeah, great 70s sort of hard rock, progressive rock kind of stuff here. Very cool sort of shreddy 70s prog rock kind of stuff. Really enjoyable if you're into that kind of thing. If you're into prog at all, you'll definitely like this. Maybe if you're into more hard rock kind of stuff, you'll like this as well. Excellent guitar playing, excellent songs, very lush, very catchy to the ears. Catchy to the ears here. But yeah, it's a fun listen, enjoyable listen. Definitely something that I dig as far as, you know, having really good guitarists and really catchy sort of tunes. I don't know about the lyrical content so much, but just really great music, well played, and definitely enjoy this one. And it's on the Warner Brothers label. All right, moving on, but staying in the year 1976, we have the album from Spirit titled Farther Along. This is from their 8th album. Yeah, this one I found to be a bit all over the place musically. At some points, it's, you know, very hard rock kind of stuff that you're used to with Spirit. At times, it gets really smooth and really jazzy, almost like a Steely Dan kind of feel. Yeah, I struggled with this one just because it kind of bounced around and didn't really stick to what I'm used to with Spirit. And this one has a lyric insert on it. And I know at this time Spirit was kind of changing band members a lot, and people were coming and going. That's on the Mercury label with the towers on it. Don't see that one too often. Yeah, so while at times this album does have that great hard rockin' Spirit that you're used to from the early 70s, overall it just kind of bounced around too much for me and not something I feel I need to keep in the collection. So this one is not going to be staying in the collection. All right, so the last two were from 1976 and this one's from 1967. So we're going back a little bit here, but this is the Free Design with Kites or Fun. If you are into psych pop music, you definitely know this album well. It's definitely a well-known, well-loved album in the genre. Definitely a vocal psych pop kind of feel here. Very up with people kind of done. Yeah, really nice vocal harmonies, vocal song, vocal arrangements. Yeah, really interesting group, the Free Design, on the Enoch Lights Project 3 label. So we get the nice sort of tip-on jacket there. yeah, definitely a nice one to have if you're into that kind of genre. There's the Project 3 label there. So yeah, this is their debut album, as I said, from 1967. Their Free Design were out of New York City. Yeah, just very metropolitan sounding, kind of vocal pop kind of stuff. Definitely enjoyed hearing this one. Yeah, kind of a lost thing for a while. They weren't real popular at the time, but over the years, this has become sort of a sought-after album and a sought-after group to collect their stuff. But yeah, definitely enjoyed hearing this one, and it's going to be staying in my collection. I'm glad to have it. All right, next up we have a comedy album from Mike Nichols and Elaine May on Mercury Records. Really nice packaging on this one. This is a Broadway production. It kind of has the feel of like a sitcom where they set up these sort of skits, and you know, they have their interaction back and forth, and it's funny and entertaining, kind of about relationships and that kind of thing. Nice gatefold with some photos and some liner notes and stuff. Yeah, just a nice, enjoyable one to listen to. With comedy albums, they're kind of one and done for me for the most part. So this was kind of the same way. It was funny to listen to, enjoyable to listen to, but not something I necessarily feel I need to have in my permanent collection. So this one is not going to be staying with me. But yeah, it was an enjoyable listen. It was, as I said, it was funny. It was of its time, but it's still funny today, and I enjoyed it. But unfortunately, no reason to keep this one. It doesn't have much replay value for me, so that one's going to be going away. All right, next up we got something from 1966 here. This is The Circle with Red Rubber Ball. This is their debut album. The Circle were a pop rock kind of group out of Pennsylvania. They were managed by Brian Epstein, most known for managing the Beatles. They're kind of, I don't know, I guess maybe they get labeled as the American Beatles from time to time. They have good, catchy sort of pop rock kind of songs. Really nice stuff. I mean, yeah, just some enjoyable 60s pop rock kind of stuff, and really listenable, really enjoyable, and it's, you know, kind of, if you're looking for something in that vein, but you don't necessarily want to pull out a Beatles album, this is something good to pull out. So, Red Rubber Ball by The Circle. This one I did enjoy. It's going to be staying in my collection. This is a mono copy on the Columbia 2i label. All right, the next thing I have to share with you comes from 1970, and this is a live performance by Ike and Tina Turner. Festival of Live Performances. This is a live concert recording of Ikontina Turner. It is a very, very, very poor live concert recording. It sounds like an audience recording. It's not good. This is bad. On the United record label, but I don't think it's the United we know. It's a different United. But yeah, I mean, their performance is pretty good. It was enjoyable to hear them live, but the recording quality is terrible. Can't recommend this one at all. Yeah, there's the United. This is not United Artists. This is something else. Related to Cadet Records, though. Manufactured by Cadet Records. So, yeah, unfortunately, I say don't grab this one if you find it, unless you just absolutely got to have everything Ikontina Turner, because I can't recommend this one at all. All right, next thing I have to share with you is the 1970 debut album by Don McLean titled Tapestry. This is the 1971 reissue on United Artists. Don McLean, famous folk rock singer. If you're into that kind of thing, you probably like this a lot. Just really well played, you know, singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar kind of stuff. Definitely enjoyed hearing this. So this have a nice inner sleeve with lyrics and some photos on it. And it's on the Brown United Artists label. Unfortunately, this copy skips, so I won't be keeping it in the collection, but I did enjoy it. I do have another copy of this that hopefully won't skip, so hopefully I'll be able to keep that one in the collection. But definitely, yeah, definitely one to keep an eye out for, Don McLean's Tapestry. Okay, next up I got something from 1973, and this is from the band Copperhead. Copperhead were formed by John Scipiola after he left Quicksilver Messenger Service. So definitely has a very hard rock, blues rock kind of feel to it. Really good solid band. If you're into that kind of hard rock thing, this will definitely be up your alley. If you happen to see it, I definitely recommend grabbing it. It's very, very enjoyable hard rock kind of stuff. And that's on the Columbia Records label. So yeah, even though I said I did enjoy this, and it's definitely good, well-played, hard rock kind of thing, that's not necessarily my main focus, and for that reason, I'm not going to be keeping this in the collection. I did enjoy hearing this. I am going to be probably ripping this before I get rid of it, just so I have it around, just in case I do want to listen to it again. But otherwise, not necessary to keep. But you know, it might be something up your alley if you're into 70s hard rock kind of stuff. Check Copperhead out if you haven't already. This is good stuff, definitely enjoyable. Okay, the last thing I have to share with you today is from 1987. We have the third studio album from the Long Riders. This one's titled Two Fisted Tales. The Long Riders are alt-country, garage rock kind of group. Yeah, an interesting mixture of those two kind of things. Yeah, not necessarily either of those sort of genres are really my bag. So while I appreciated this, I enjoyed listening to it once, it's not necessarily something I would want to hear again. So yeah, I'm not going to be keeping this one, but it was a nice listen. It's on the Island Records label. So yeah, Long Riders is the final album today. As I said, not something that's necessarily in my wheelhouse. I enjoyed listening to it, but not necessarily something I think I need to keep in my collection. So not going to be staying around, but that's going to do it for this episode, number 170 of the Vinyl Survivor. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments or questions you have down below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, great night. Remember, there is no bad music, only music you don't like. And we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.